Hi, this is Rachel with the Live Your Brilliance show, and I'm delighted to be talking here with a wonderful woman, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi,
And
Rachel.
here's the question that our whole conversation is going to be centering around. Have you ever asked yourself what you can do to make the world a better place? And Karen is well positioned to help us answer that because her new show, A New Way to Save Our Earth, is just being launched. And Karen Palmer, she's an expert in environmental education. She's designed two versions of Let's Save Our Earth, which is a board game. She started her own nonprofit organization called Eco Angel Enterprises in 2003 and volunteers to local public schools and youth groups. And she's just a wealth of amazing information and passion and vitality. Karen, I'm so delighted about your new show. Tell us all about it.
I'm so excited too. Thank you so much for the great opportunity to share this wonderful concept because I just believe that everybody in the world has gifts to share, and that if each of us choose in our corner of the world to make it a little bit better, we can really change and save the earth. And so
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're going to talk to different people, everyday people, who have followed their heart and actually found that the things that they do make a huge difference.
Yes. Now you have quite a story, don't you, with your whole journey into really supporting people in understanding how they can make a difference. And I'd love for you to share a little bit with our viewers, what this journey has been. Why are you so passionate about this work? And you've overcome challenges too to really bring yourself where you're at. So I'd love to hear that.
Well, I feel that a lot of the challenges actually became stepping stones, and they made me stronger and helped me to understand that everything that we do makes a difference in the world, and the choices that we make in our everyday life, if everyone were to start making those choices, would change the way that the planet is running right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe tell us a little about this amazing board game, because one of the things is that you've really helped change the lives of many families through this board game, and you've got it introduced to schools all over the country. And, that's a huge thing in itself. Tell us a bit about that.
Thank you so much. I was working at an outdoor camp with children, and I was a camp leader and a naturalist. And I took children on hikes, and they were about fourth and fifth grade. And while they were there, I shared with them little things that I did to try and help to do just everyday things that I was doing. And they got really inspired and excited about it and asked, well, what else could we do? What else could we do?
Right.
Well, then I started to get excited. So I went to the library and found out more things that I could do and ended up finding so much information that I decided for one of the projects, because they get to choose a project that they get to go to a different event, that I would make this board game. So I drew it all up on a piece of cardboard, and I started playing the game, and the lines just grew, and all the kids wanted to come and play this game. And I thought, I've really got something here. This
Yeah.
is something that every child is going to find a way that they make a difference. And
Yeah.
children need to feel empowered in
Yeah.
everything that they do. And so this game just evolved out of love for the earth and ways that I could help children to be more active in
Yes.
their love for the earth.
How many schools have now taken this game on?
Well, we have, in my area right here in Southern California, we're expanding. We've probably reached about 100 schools.
Wonderful. That's so
We're,
great.
we're, we're working on my goal is to, through my nonprofit, is to be able to expand and get the games into all the public schools in the Santa Barbara County.
Fantastic. Well, and it sounds like it needs to go nationwide and beyond.
And that's what I'm hoping also, is that, you know, that more, the more that people understand that environmental education is the missing link. And if we can empower our kids to make good choices at a young age, we won't have to teach them not to do those things.
Yeah, very, very nice. I know it's very, you know, thinking about my own childhood and growing up, and there wasn't this kind of help the earth type of education. I mean, we learned respect. You don't throw litter on the streets, but right. I mean, it's shifted so much now, and I think that there's so much more awareness and more need for awareness now. Right.
And I grew up in Massachusetts, and when I was living in Massachusetts and decided to go to school to study marine biology and oceanography, and wanted to learn more about how I could educate others, everybody that was, you know, asking me, well, how are you going to make money at that? How are you going to have a living with that? There was absolutely really no consciousness 21 years ago about how to have a career in environmental education. Now it's completely just, there's you know, majors for that at almost every college.
Yes, I'm thinking even the college that's 1 mile away from us where I live, they've got a huge environmental department, and they've got award-winning buildings and a whole center dedicated to the environment. So it's
that's
amazing.
So inspiring. I love it. I love hearing stuff like that. It makes me so excited.
We just had an expo here at Tahoe as well, which organized through a nonprofit locally that I'm involved with, and so many of the participants were kids who were doing very, very aware, and they were the ones that really kind of brought so much extra energy to the event. So I'm really with you, and I'm really respecting and loving that this is a passion of yours, and that you're showing how important it is. It's really great work you're doing.
Right, and that intertwined into working with the animals too. Yeah. That intertwined into getting involved with rescue organizations, and realizing that all aspects of the earth need help.
Yes.
And it's not just the environmental aspects. You know, the elderly need more support. The animals need more support. And so this is what I'm so excited about, being able to share this show, to show that if we all start to share our gifts and our talents with the world, that we can inspire each other.
Yes, yes. I love it. And I know that you're so active in there. Would you like to share a little bit about the Eco Angels, what that really is about? I know we've kind of talked about it, but I just want to make sure people understand what that nonprofit really does.
Well, my nonprofit is, it's an opportunity for businesses, other nonprofits, and private donations. They're all tax deductible because we're a 501c3. And what we do is, with the donations, we take the games out and we voluntarily offer the schools a presentation, and we play the games with the kids. Nice. And we donate the games, and we leave them as a seed in the classroom. Beautiful. So that hopefully, now that we've incorporated the science standards for California science standards, we have made it so that the teachers can use it as part of science curriculum, and they can expand and use it as a science project.
That's fantastic. I love
that. The teachers talked to me about it, and I went in and sat down with 4th and 5th grade teachers and explained to them, my passion for wanting to help, and they felt the same way and wanted environmental education too, but because of the standards, they felt that there wasn't enough time to talk about these issues, And so what I did was I found out what they would be needing to teach the students, and I incorporated those questions into the game format.
Very smart. Very smart. I love that. Maybe you could share a few tips, a few takeaways, just to give us a taste of what's in store in your shows, because I know you're going to be covering a wide range of things, aren't you? In not just even environmental things, but I know that's the environment is such a central piece for you. Maybe what could a family do? A few tips to begin with.
Okay, well, I would say that one thing that they could do that would be really, really helpful is just recycle your Sunday newspaper. If every family recycled their Sunday newspaper, we could save 500,000 trees a week.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot of trees.
Another thing that they could do is just plant a tree. Plant a tree and make it a special opportunity for the family to do something special in memory of somebody, or also just for the fun of it.
Yeah, very nice.
And if every American planted just one tree, over 1 billion pounds of greenhouse gas would be removed in a year.
Wow. I heard as well, talking about greenhouse gas, that I think in the last year, the world produced as much in a year as it did in the 10 years previously, or something huge like that. There are massive increases in the greenhouse gases right now. For all the awareness that we have, it's still not reversing.
Still not reversing. But we're moving in a better direction because there are more people that are becoming aware.
Yes.
14 years ago when I first started in the schools, they didn't even know what greenhouse gas was. Right. They didn't know what a canvas sack was.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
You know, I was explaining what taking a canvas sack would do to help, 14 years ago, and people didn't know what that was. So we are moving in a positive direction.
It's true, and we need to acknowledge that, and thank you, because it's so easy to get kind of like, oh my gosh, this is just so big. How do we turn it around? But
that's what this show is all about for me, is I don't believe in doomsday. I believe that we are creating a wonderful world every day by the things that we do every day.
Yes, I agree. And it takes us coming together and your education and working with kids and connecting with other nonprofits, doing this great work. I know exactly what you mean. I was very encouraged at our expo that we had for sustainability. It was all
I'm so excited to be able to be involved in that, to organize that in my area too. I'm so excited about that too.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And the third great thing that families could do is organize a carpool in your neighborhood, because this saves gas and it reduces carbon dioxide. It makes a huge difference if everyone started to do that.
Excellent, excellent, very nice. Well, there's so many really practical suggestions. Thank you so much, Karen. It really is great to see your passion and you're living it yourself, and how you do live that in your life, and you're inspiring people through your own example. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, Karen, we're drawing to the end of our time, and I'd love to make sure that people know where your website is, so that in case they're just finding this link and they'd like to find out more, where would they go?
Well, it's just www.letsaveourearth.com.
It's pretty easy, letsaveourearth.com. And this is Karen Palmer with her new show, and let me make sure A New Way to Save Our Earth. Karen, I'm really excited, and I'm looking forward to all your episodes. I'm sure you're going to be doing amazing things. Thank you so much.
Bless you, and bless the Women's Information Network for giving this opportunity to women, to empower women, to inspire women, and to let families know that we all make a difference.
We do. Thank you so much for being a huge inspiration in that process.
Thank you. You too.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.